Outside from morning until the streetlights came on, we drank hose water that had been baking in the sun all day and tasted like metal. Welcome to Breath Control and Bad Decisions, a Gen X podcast. On this episode, this is hose water and neglect, a typical Gen X summer. I'm Gen X. I'm a musician, and this is my co-host.
Hey, I'm Salty J. I'm a RT, respiratory
Today,
therapist.
we're going to talk about all the fun things we did in the summer that likely should have gotten us killed.
Yeah, yeah. And I hope everybody relates to all this stuff because I feel like even you and I grew up in completely different areas, but we relate. So,
Yeah, like I think there's going to be certain things that maybe you had this and I didn't, or vice versa. But I think in general, the 70s and 80s were just a time of, feral children playing because of
freedom.
all of our adults were at work. I mean, that's the genesis of the two parent, both parents working household, 70s really. I had one friend whose mom did not work. That's it, one. Everybody else worked. Other parents worked. So
Well, so
summers
my
were
mom
just feral children playing.
my mom didn't work regularly. She was in a wheelchair and she still went to school and got her master's degree and she did do volunteer work, but I
Hmm.
didn't have like the normal get home from school and not having parents there like most kids, but I
Yeah.
still think I had a pretty normal childhood.
Yeah, well, I mean, you still have a normal childhood even if you have a parent that's at home, that's a stay-at-home parent. That's still nothing's irregular or abnormal about that. It's just for me, my friends and we all had two working parents, so we were all basically latchkey kids.
Well, I feel like all of my friends were latchkey kids, so I did feel kinda like odd man out, but, yeah, I, uh, I remember, like, first day of summer, waking up, like, feeling like I didn't have to get up and do anything. My first thing was to watch cartoons. I don't know if you used to watch Looney Tunes?
Only on Saturdays. I don't remember there being cartoons on during the weekday mornings when I was a kid. I don't remember that.
Really?
Yeah.
So this is so ridiculous. Even when I had a car, I would have a friend come over in the morning, we'd watch Looney Tunes, get ready for school, and then we would ride the bus to school so I didn't have to spend money on gas. But we watched cartoons every morning before school in high school. Like, I don't know why. I liked them.
I just don't remember cartoons being on in the mornings that weren't a Saturday morning, and maybe I don't know if it was just I didn't turn on the TV then? Like, I remember Saturday morning. Saturday mornings were absolutely ripe for sugared cereals and cartoons until Soul Train came on. Everybody did that. As soon as Soul Train's on, you're like,
Yeah.
"That cartoons are over, time to go outside."
As soon as summer hit, like, every day of the week was a
Yeah.
weekend day. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, sugar cereal, you said that, and that took me back.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if you remember, but all like the time sugared cereals, and we didn't get a lot of them. We would get a box every now and then. My parents did not, they were not big on the every cereal in the house is sugared cereal. We could choose what we got to pick one, and my brother and I both had to agree on it. And that box always had a toy in it, something. And then it was always a battle of who was going to get up first to get it. Usually I won because my brother slept a lot later than I did. So usually I won, but it was always that "Oh, I know there's that box of sugar cereal up high in that cabinet and I know it's got something in it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it before he does."
What was your favorite?
We didn't get a whole lot of sugar cereal, so our go-to was Cat and Crunch with Crunch Berries. That you
Only the
ate
ones
until
with
the roof.
crunch berries.
Yeah, it's only the
Yeah.
ones with Crunch Berries, and you ate it until the roof of your mouth hurt because that was the deal. I remember, like, I had a friend who, she had Cookie Crisp cereal, and I was like, "Oh, you have Cookie Crisp? Oh my god, I want some of that." Like, "You can get little bowls of cookies for breakfast? Hell yeah."
You know what they had that was probably my favorite, and it was for all the wrong reasons? They had Mr. T cereal, and
I remember
I
Mr.
love
T cereal, but I think that came out when I was a little bit older. But I remember,
yeah.
you remember Sugar Smacks?
I'm trying to I mean, it sounds familiar. I can't remember
Smacks
what it tasted like.
and Super Sugar Crisp. Like, I didn't get to have those cereals as a kid, but when I was an adult, I'm like, "I'm buying those because I get to have them now." But literally, there was unabashedly, they would just put sugar in the title. We were also burning that shit all day because we were outside playing all day. We weren't sitting on our asses scrolling on a computer or a phone or playing video games.
Somehow my parents told me it was healthy because it was vitamin fortified. I think they believed it, but
Well, I
that
mean, it wasn't
and
I mean,
Ovaltine.
I didn't have Ovaltine, we had Quick. Every now and then, there'd be a thing of Nestle Quick, the powder. Very rare occasions, we'd have the liquid, the Bosco in the fridge, but, I just remember, that first day of summer, you get up, you didn't have to get up early for school, it was total bliss, parents are at work, you wake up whenever you wanted, so you have your sugar cereal, and then you play all day because 'cause you're fueled, you're so full of sugar. You're like, "Let's go play."
Yeah.
I got
You're like,
2 bowls of
"What?"
Captain I got 2 bowls of Captain Crunch Berry, and you drank the milk because the milk was sweet because it had all that delicious sugar in it.
You know, my parents also would let me make Kool-Aid, and you'd put, like, a metric shit ton of sugar in that too.
Well, you had to get it to taste good.
I
I don't
loved
remember.
it.
We occasionally got the Kool-Aid sugar or the Kool-Aid packets. I still remember, like, my favorite to this day is black cherry. If you make a thing of black cherry Kool-Aid, I am front and center. "Oh, give me a glass. I want that right now. I want that in my face." I
Yeah.
didn't care for the other Kool-Aids. It's really weird. And I'm still like, black cherry is one of my favorite flavors of anything. That black cherry Kool-Aid, oh god, it was so good. I could still taste it. It was so good,
We might have to go to the store and find this shit again.
right?
So whenever you were outside playing, I know
Mhm.
I was the same way. I never wanted to go inside because I felt like if I go inside to get something to drink, they're gonna either get me to do some chores or tell me I should stay in and do something. Most times, I
Because
did do the
yeah.
water hose.
We did the water hose, but that was mostly because my parents were at work and we were usually like dirty because we've been playing outside all day. And it was just easier. It was more about ease of use versus I want something different to drink. Or we could get something else to drink at my friend's house whose mom was home. And the way our deck was, so our deck was actually higher than where the hose was, if that makes sense at all. Like the deck kind of came off a second level of our house just because the way our lot was. It was the basement, the first floor, and then the second floor, and then you'd have the basement, and then the deck was off the kitchen. So you had probably, if I remember, probably 8 feet, 8 or 9 feet, maybe more underneath the deck. So our hose, the spigot was actually underneath the deck, so it actually stayed in the shade all day. It was so hot.
Well,
It
that's
was so
good.
hot. It was so warm water. It was like it was no pleasantly cold. It was so warm, but it wasn't sitting in the baking sun all day. But it was
Yeah.
still warm and it still tasted like metal. The
Yeah,
only
my
time
mom
I was worried I had to stay in is when we would play it. It was when it was dark out and we would be playing all day and it was dark. And I remember I went in. I was really, really hot. I was like sweating and I wanted to just go in and I think I had to use the bathroom. I had to pee. And I went in and I like tried to sneak in because I knew if my parents saw me, they'd make me stay in because it was dark out. That was the only time I remember that they'd make. I'm like, they're gonna make me stay in if I go. If they see me, so I gotta be really, really careful. You think they hear the toilet flush when I was inside? What do we have a ghost? Did you hear that? They're outside playing. We have a ghost. Oh my god! I mean, kids are so dumb. They're so stupid.
my parents were totally home most of the summer. My dad ran his own business, and then my mom was in the wheelchair and didn't really work unless it was volunteer work, but, so if I'd go in, they'd catch me on chores, and then we lived kind of in the country, so I had, like, 200 rabbits, literally,
Mhm. Mhm.
and dogs and a sheep and all kinds of stuff. So anytime they could catch me, I was doing chores. So I was hanging out at all the latchkey houses because I
We had
wanted
the
to.
chore list. We had a chore we had that when we were in school too, but in the summertime, we didn't have them every single day. We knew certain days would be like, "You have to do the chores, we can go out and play." So we knew that, but it wasn't anything super grueling. We just had to remember to do it. Really, it wasn't that big of a deal, but when you're a kid, you're like, "Oh, chores, I don't wanna dust." What did dust take? Dusting takes like 10 minutes, right? Yeah, I don't know, maybe I'm just a bad duster. Am I a bad
No,
duster? Dusting takes like 10 minutes.
I think it
But
took me about 10 minutes anytime too.
when you're a kid, you're like, "Oh, man, that's like 2 hours."
Yeah, it felt like it.
Yeah.
I also lucked out. My grandmother lived in walking distance. And so she would always keep these popsicles. I don't remember the brand, but it was like these plastic ones that, you
The ice
know,
pops?
yes, ice
Yeah,
pops.
the ice pops.
And I know we'd, like, fight over them. Sometimes my cousins would pull at them, and, like, it would cut the side of your lip, like, it was awful, but we were always horsing around, but Those things were so good, like, you'd be out in the sun all day, and then I'd go to my grandma's house, and she would have those, and I just thought she walked on water because that was, like, the best thing ever.
My grandma, Natalie always had when we would visit, she always had do you remember the Mickey Mouse ice cream pops?
Yeah, but I never got to get those.
Yeah, well, we didn't have them at home, but my Natalie always had them. So when we were visiting her, we could always guarantee it. We'd go into the freezer and she'd have a box of those, and I remember those so well. Like, I can still I can see that kitchen and opening up the freezer and going, "Ooh, there's Mickey Mouse popsicles in there." And they weren't popsicles, they were like ice cream pops.
Yeah.
But that was the only time we got them. And then, an ice cream man would come by. Had that was Now, I don't know what your ice cream man was like in your neighborhood, but, like, I remember I think our ice cream man probably made thousands of dollars in the neighborhood just 'cause we had a big neighborhood, we have a ton of kids, and I could never, ever decide what I wanted, ever, because there was so much good shit on there. There was so much good shit. Remember the push-up pops, and you had the ones that were like it was like an orange, it wasn't quite sherbet, but kinda, and it was in a
Yeah, those
little,
were
like,
my
plastic.
favorite.
It was, like, in a little plastic triangle thing, at the bottom was a gumball, I remember that.
No, ours looked like toilet paper rolls,
Yeah,
and
that
then
was
you
the
would push it
push-ups.
up.
Yeah, that was the push-up pop. There was another thing that I was the triangular thing that was I don't remember what that was, but at the bottom of it was a gumball. I don't know what the hell that was called. So, yeah, you had to bear in mind that maybe the ice cream man would come down while you're playing, and you had to make sure you had, like, change on you.
Yeah, I didn't get to do that often because I lived kinda far from the road, so by the time I had to hear it, I would, like, take off running, and I didn't catch them often. But
Aw.
but it was okay. It was
I just had the visual of you having your money going, "Aw."
it happened many times, like, I would chase it all the way down the I I wish I was in shape like I was when I was a kid, because man, I could run.
God, right? I know I could run to
Now I
run
think
as an
I'd have an asthma attack
I'm
or
trying to run as an adult. My body's like, "What are we doing? We don't
yeah,
run. Why are you doing this to us? Quit. Please stop. Just stop. Not a runner. You're not an athlete. Please stop pretending. You look ridiculous. You look like you're stuck in molasses. Just stop. Don't do this to us. I'm gonna rebel if you keep doing it. I'm gonna stop it." So I quit. I kept trying to like it. Stupidly, I'm like, maybe eventually I'll like it. No, no, if you don't like it, don't do it. It's like the people are like, "Oh, I love hiking. You want to go?" I'm like, "Ew, God, no, I hate hiking." Well, you'll never know what you're missing. I do know what I'm missing. I hate hiking. Don't force that on me. The views are beautiful. Sure, they are to you, and I'm sure they are. I can see those in a picture, and I'm fine with it. I don't feel like I'm missing that because I didn't do it, because I don't like it. There are things that I enjoy that other people don't like, and I go, "Well, you'll never know what you're missing if you don't go here." Everybody's got different likes, but, oh god, I just kept trying to like running. And I was doing it during COVID when there was nobody out running in my neighborhood too, so it's great because I could look stupid and nobody cared because there was nobody out. I tried so hard. I was like, "I need to run." I don't know what possessed me to think that I needed to run. And I remember
I
when I was trying to do
still
it, I'm
think
like,
one
"Remember
day
how
I
well we
might
ran when we were kids?"
if it seemed fun then.
Well, yeah. 'Cause
Things
we did
change, I
way
mean
more than we did more way more than 70 pounds.
yeah, but things change because when we were a kid, we hated spankings and, now we're adults.
Yeah, but I don't have kids, so, there are plenty that need to be disciplined, but I don't have kids.
Did your parents whoop you?
I remember this is a story because I wasn't born yet. My parents were somewhere with my older brother, and he, I guess, decided to be a little asshole and decided that he was gonna go completely boneless, you know, and not
Mhm.
listen and just lay there and scream like a feral child, and I think they took the wooden spoon to the back of his butt, the back of the he was wearing a diaper at the time, I think he was like 2, and it left a mark, and my dad saw it, and he was like, "Nope, not doing that again." Like, it freaked him out, so it's not like they didn't beat him, it was just the diapers back then, well, I don't believe they were quite as thick as they are today, um, 'cause that was this he was born in the '60s, so late '60s, so that would have been 1970. So, yeah, my mom always said she had the yardstick. I knew that if she reached that yardstick I was in trouble. But I also came, I came from an Italian household, so discipline was way different, and I grew up with a healthy respect for my parents and other adults, if that makes any sense. Like, I wasn't
Yeah,
mouthy, I didn't do shit that would cause me to get my ass beat because I knew better. So I guess that's just how I was raised. I don't know. I don't
I
know if
was
that made
always
any
getting
sense
my ass
whatsoever.
beat.
Well, you're a smart ass.
Well, that's why. No. You know, like, in hindsight, my dad literally was bipolar and had, like, anger issues, so I really think that's why I would get my ass beat, but there was a couple times I genuinely deserved it. I
Yeah.
admit that.
Well, I mean,
Um,
we're not talking abuse here, right?
yeah, no, we are. We are.
Sh-
Like, the belt marks that stay and yeah,
Shit.
yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not
But
cool, man. No.
that's I mean, it's part of why I was kinda feral, like, I would I would stay out longer and do things to not go home, but then obviously get in trouble for being late or that kinda thing.
Right, but you
But
weren't going home because you didn't wanna deal with that. Yeah, that's bad. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry
well,
that you had to deal with that.
I think that was, like, kind of more normalized back then too. So,
Well, I mean,
things
I
are
don't think
different, like,
I
families
yeah,
didn't
I
talk
don't
about it.
like, abuse wasn't normalized. Disciplining by spanking was normalized, but, like, out and out abuse was not. I mean, that was always something bad. I
I
mean,
guess I
nobody
knew a lotta other
nobody
people that had it just as bad.
yeah, so for you, it was normalized because you're like, "Oh, other people are getting their asses beat."
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And, like, it was bruises and you get over it and then you're good. I did have DCF called, but it was for the wrong reason. Talking about summer, my dad and my grandpa were building me a playhouse,
Mhm.
and I was standing under and they dropped a board and it hit me on the head and I had to get
Oops.
stitches. So
Oh,
my
yeah, they're
teacher
always
says,
gonna yeah.
"My god, what happened? What happened to your head?" And I said, "My dad hit me in the head with the
My
2 by
dad ha
4."
yeah, you knew what you said. You
And,
knew what you said.
some guys in suits came in a car, talked to my dad. My dad walked him out to the playhouse. I see 'em all belly laughing. They get in their car, they leave. So that was the extent of it, thank God. But or I would tell my dad, like, "I'm gonna call child abuse because at school, they would tell us we had, like, the DARE program and, like, they had, like, these things they tell you about, don't touch anywhere a bathing suit covers, and they would talk to us about abuse, which is great. I think they should still do more of that in the schools because it was good.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would tell my dad, "I'm gonna call child abuse on you," and he'd say, "Do it, they'll put you with somebody meaner," and I'd be like, "Shit." So I never called, never,
Well
because I was
played,
like,
dad, well
I
played."
ain't dealing with more than this shit, I'm done."
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I still had a great childhood. We played I was definitely probably a really feral kid. We had a we had a sheep, and we would dare each other to jump on his back and ride him like a bucking bronco, and, that was fun.
Are you s how big was the sheep?
I mean, he was giant compared to us,
Is it
so,
okay. Alright.
like, I probably weighed, like I don't know, when I was in ninth grade, I think I weighed, like, 65 pounds, and I was, like, 4'2" until no, I think that was 8th grade, I started growing, like, I was like a midget.
You're like a little bric-a-brac person.
I was definitely smaller, and then I finally hit a growing spurt to 5'2", which is still what I'm at.
My mom is 5'2", but she'll tell you she's 5'2" and 3/4. I'm like, "You are not 5'2" and 3" I'm like, "I tower above you and I'm 5'4". You're
I mean,
easily
I'm 6 foot
5'2",
attitude, so
maybe 5'1".
yeah,
5'4" with like a, 7-foot attitude mouth.
exactly. But,
Yeah.
and then we had, like, this abandoned trailer next door to us, and because, like I said, we were kind of out in the country, and my parents had a strobe light, and so we would set that up, and I had a big boom box, and I would do fitness classes, and I'd have, like, 10 kids from the neighborhood over, and I thought I was like Olivia Newton-John, and I would teach these classes. I wish there was video of some of this because I know it's ridiculous, but you had to run past the sheep to get to the trailer.
And that's not ridiculous, that's like kids being it's kids being like, "Well, I saw that and that'd be fun, so I'm gonna emulate that." There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's what kids do.
Yeah,
But the fact that you
yeah.
were running a full-blown aerobic class is hilarious.
It was awesome. It was awesome, and I had older friends. I had this friend Trisha, who she probably was not the best influence, but we're still friends. I absolutely love her, and she would get me doing all kinds of shenanigans. I wouldn't take it back. It would make, like, a good movie.
So
Like
you're easily led.
yeah, it took about, like, no effort, just like, "Hey, I double dog dare you," and it was on. Yeah,
I'm trying to think
yeah.
if we had a friend in our group like that. I think it was my friend's little
Like the
brother.
instigator or the one that would follow through?
No, the one that would just do anything you told him to do is my I'm pretty sure it's my friend's little brother. Be like, "Hey, go tell him to do that." Look at him doing that shit. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah, that was me, I would just do it.
I just wanna be liked.
Yeah. They're all older than me, I have to be cool.
Yeah, I gotta show him that I'm cool.
Yeah. It was fun, though. I wouldn't change it. It was awesome.
Yeah. I wouldn't change my childhood summers either. I mean, they were fun. It was just really that time where you didn't really have any responsibilities. It was great.
No.
But then you get to be an adult and you're like, "Why did I wanna be an adult so bad? I have so many fucking responsibilities. This sucks."
I remember thinking we were rich, which we were not rich, but we ended up getting a pool. It was good for my mom, for
Mhm,
therapy.
mhm.
But, so, like, a lot of the kids would come and swim in the pool, and, that was so fun, and a slip and slide. We made our own, like, some kinda plastic, we'd put dish soap and, like, just slide across the whole yard. I don't know, it
Yeah.
was, like, so fun.
I We didn't have a slip and slide, and I didn't know anybody that did. Like, I didn't know anybody with a pool either, so there was no summer pools and no slip and slides.
That was the best part of my summer.
We would just
But
squirt each
I
other
was
with the hose.
pale. Well, I
Yeah,
don't wanna say past tense, I am pale.
yeah.
So, I was sunburnt all the time. I would turn red, white, red, white, red, white. Yeah,
When I was a kid, I got tan, and as an adult, I just burn. I don't burn now because I've been using sunscreen since I was, like, 23. Um, yeah, I mean, I can go back and look at pictures from us being, down at the beach or, at the shore. I'm like, "Why I got so tan, I used to get so tan, and now just my mom and my brother get tan. Me and my dad still burn like lobsters." It's not fair.
so, when you played outside, like, what did you do?
We had a vacant lot that was catty corner to our house, and it was empty until I was well in high school when they finally built a house on it, and that lot was everything. It was dodgeball, it was softball, it was dirt bike track, it was
That's cool.
football, it was anything we could it was bombardment, it was anything we could think of to play in that field, that's where we all gathered. Like, that's just where we played. Unless it was raining. If it was raining, you'd pick a friend's house or they'd come to our whatever, and you'd just play there. Whether you're doing board games or making shit up. Like, I mean, I had a friend of mine who we used to do newscasts. Like, we'd press record on the tape recorder, and we'd do newscasts, and we even record commercials. We include commercials like a couple of idiots.
Reminds
I
me
mean,
of,
it's
like,
just
in
ridiculous.
school, I always wanted to do the morning announcements, and I didn't do it often, but at school, like, did you used to have, like, morning announcements where you would sit there and they would film you with, like, a VHS tape?
No. You mean
I
at
remember
school?
thinking that was so cool. Yeah, like, when I was in school, I don't know why, that just made me
No.
think of it. When you said commercials, I was
No,
like,
ours were all done by I think the vice principal did the announcements in the morning. They were never
they
done
let
by
us kids do it.
they thank God, 'cause kids are dumb.
Oh my god.
There's just some
It's
things
so
I'm
fun.
like, "No, the principal should that's good that the principal did that because then they were coherent, and we could understand them." And I mean, we would do The Floor is Lava. I don't know why I remember the newscast so much, it's so weird. It was just something that we decided, we were like, "Let's do a newscast." And I'm like, "Well, what the hell we're 11, what are we getting ready for?" We'd make shit up, then we'd record little commercials and the commercials were, like, actual commercials that we'd see on TV, and we would just repeat them because we weren't clever enough to think of our own commercials. But we thought they were rich because in their basement, they had a full projector room, like, they had the big so in the '70s, the projectors were, like, these big giant boxes that sat on the floor, and then you had the movie screen, and they had a sofa, and they had it was just a movie room for whatever, and I remember that when it was crappy outside or if it was too hot and we didn't wanna be outside playing, we would go to her house, and I remember we watched the Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band movie at her house a lot, like, a lot, because I love the music because it's the Beatles at the time. I didn't know it was the Beatles because I was a dumb kid, but I loved the music, and she did too, and so, there'd be, like, 4 or 5 of us, and we would probably watch that movie once a week. Now as an adult, that movie is it's so horrifically bad, but the music, it again, because it's the Beatles and it's, you know, the music is just great when you watch the movie, you're like, "Holy shit, this is such a bad movie."
I
But
never watched it.
we would watch that a lot.
I've still never
Dude,
seen it.
you should go see it. Just go find I think you might be able to find it on YouTube. Go watch it, be like, "Oh my god, this is a terrible movie." It's a terrible movie, but because the music is
Watch
so
it.
good, it heavily outweighs it. It's when you're a kid, you're just like, "I like the music, and he's pretty to look at, and that guy" whatever. There's a in it, but it was good.
I watched Back to the Future, I don't know how many times, like, I knew it word for word, and I read now, like, that's a sign of autism because they say that you like, repeat and familiar things, so
I repeat I watch a lot of old shit from the '70s because I like it, and it's I find comfort in it. I don't and no, I don't think I have autism, and nowadays you can't fucking say anything like, Are you
no.
autistic?" No, I'm a normal human being. I just like what I like. I think Back to the Future came out when I was 15 or 16, and I remember we saw it I remember seeing it in the theater. And
Stand By Me was probably my favorite movie ever.
yep, I didn't see that in theater. I saw that when we rented it. I remember renting
Yeah, I
it.
never went to the theater
Yeah,
hardly
I didn't see that in
well,
the theater.
I take that back. I would go to the movie theater with my older friends and sneak in so I could watch Nightmares on Elm Street, like, all the Freddy Krueger movies.
So, I saw Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one, in the theater with my friend and her boyfriend's older brother. They had fixed me and him up. Now, I was 15 at the time, and he was 18, and that was my first, I guess, real date at 15. And that was the movie we saw. I don't even know how the hell I got it 'cause I was 15 and I did not look 17, but I don't think anybody really cared back then. But I saw that in the theater, and it's so funny because now as an adult, when I watched it, I'm like, "Wow, that seems really cheesy now." It was really well made for the time, and the premise was really good. But now when I watch it's because the effects are so different, nowadays. But I remember
Yeah.
I saw it in theater, and I loved it. Like, I loved that movie back then. Yeah, it's really interesting how things evolve and you look back on these movies and TV shows with great fondness, and then you revisit them. You're like, "Wow, what a clunker that was her movie was. Why did I like it? Because you were a dumb kid. Because you were 7."
No, I mean, some of it's still badass, like, I still love all the Star Wars movies.
Oh, I do too.
I
Yeah.
Yeah,
I saw
I
that
think
I did see that in the theater with my family, but I was 6 when it came out, and I remember it being really, really loud for my ears, and I remember I sat on my dad's lap the whole time, and I think I had my fingers in my ears most of the time during, like, the battle stuff because it was really, really loud. I loved the movie, but it was really loud.
my dad took me to see Mad Max, and then he said I looked traumatized the whole time, that I just sat there with wide eyes eating popcorn. I don't really remember it much. Oh, and then my mom took me to the theater to see E.T.,
Mhm.
and apparently I still couldn't even tell you everything that happens in the movie, but he turned white, and I started crying, but I didn't want anybody to know I was crying, so I told my mom that my asthma was acting up and made her leave, and so
From Turning White, I know I remember, the ending of the movie was really, really sad, I remember that. But I don't remember that particular part of it, but that's hilarious. You're like,
Well,
"My asthma, I'm having an asthma attack."
yeah, so my whole life, my mom would be like
What a
we would be
dork.
arguing about something, and she'd say, "I never even saw the end of ET because of you."
What like
I know,
she
that's
didn't have ample
horrible.
opportunity to do so after the fact. But what a great thing to say when you're in an argument. "You know what? I never got to see the end of that movie because of you and your fake asthma attack, you brat."
Yep, and then I would bring up how I tripped. I went to this movie theater with her where all the college kids went,
Mhm.
and, I tripped and spilled popcorn all down the aisle, and my mom was like, "You need to pick it all up," and I was like, "They have people with, like, brooms and dustpans for that, mom." She was like, "I didn't raise you like that." So,
My
all
mom would
these
have done the same
college
thing.
guys were, like, watching me as I picked up every single kernel of
My
popcorn,
mom would have
so
done the same thing. You were raised to clean after yourself.
my mom
You
was
will not do
amazing.
that. Yeah,
She was
you
a
will clean up
rock
after yourself.
star. Yeah, so I would bring that one up in fights, like, "You made me pick up every bit of popcorn in front of all these college guys."
"Oh, yeah? Well, you made me do this."
I just thought of something from childhood summer. I went to my friend's house, it was twins, and we watched the movie Cujo, and she made me tomato soup for lunch while we were eating Cujo, and I was like,
While you were
"I
eating
can't."
Cujo, you mean while you were
Or
watching Cujo?
I meant I was eating the soup. I was eating tomato soup watching Cujo, and then I was like, "This looks like blood. I can't eat that." Oh my gosh. And then we watched some show, I can't even remember the name of it, but it was like a lady that looks in a mirror, and she's like, "I see Sally, and I see Bobby." Do you know what I'm talking about? Like,
I have
she had lamb chop?
no fucking clue what you're talking about. Are you talking about Sherry Lewis and Lamb Chop?
Yes,
I never saw
I
the show.
think.
I was older, I think, when that I don't know. I
Oh.
never watched the show. I think I was a little bit older. I don't know. But
I
when you
remember
said Lamb
getting
Chop, I know
so
that was Sherry
upset
Lewis.
because she had, like, a mirror, and she would tell, like, all the kids she could see in her mirror. I'm butchering what exactly happened, but this is my reality, and so I would be yelling at the TV, "I'm over here! I'm"
"Why can't you see me? I'm right here."
I would be so mad.
I remember this is again, I was 3 or 4, and I remember watching Sesame Street. I love Sesame Street. But I remember the Count always scared me when I was really, really little. I have no
I
idea why,
love him.
but he scared me, and every time he would come on, I would, like, hide behind.
Can't even do it, but it's like, ah." I loved him.
I mean, I to this day, I can see me getting up off the couch when he would come on TV and then sneaking behind to hide behind it, or I would stand behind it. I would still watch, but I would stand behind the couch because I thought he was gonna get me.
That's hilarious.
I was scared of the Count. I wasn't scared of the Count for a really long time, but I remember being scared of him for a little bit.
Are you
And
shitty
I
at
was all
math now?
no, well, I mean, sort of like calculus, yes, trigonometry.
Should've paid more
My
attention to
answer
the count.
for everything is my answer for everything is just Pythagorean theorem.
Did you play board games?
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Or puzzles? We used to do
we
puzzles a
did
lot.
Operation, which gave me anxiety.
That was, like, my favorite.
Yeah, we had
That might
Operation,
be why I'm in the medical field.
Monopoly Life. I still have my original Monopoly and my original Life game, and I have played that original Life game as recently as this past September when my cousin was visiting. We were playing it, uh, and it's funny now you play it because 'cause you're like, "Oh, I'm a doctor, I make $25,000 a year.
I'm rich, bitch.
Honey, I'm rich. I'm rich, bitch." So I still have my original Monopoly and my original, Life game, and I remember my friends who had, like, trouble, with the dice in the bubble.
So, one of my friends had
I
a
loved that
Ouija
game, and I
board.
never had games like that. Oh, I had a friend who had a Ouija board too, yeah.
That thing scared the absolute shit out of me. Like, I thought
'Cause
it
you
was real.
'Cause you didn't realize that your friends were moving the
No, like, I totally believed it, and then we would play games, like, we would do light as a feather, and you'd put 2 feathers
God,
2
yeah, I remember
fingers
when
under each other and lift them up in the
yes.
air.
Why did that work?
Oh, no, it wouldn't work on me now, I'm heavier. Back then,
I mean,
I
it
think I
wouldn't
have, like,
I
bird
maybe I
bones.
don't I remember being at a summer party and we did it and we lifted this girl up and I was like, "How the hell did we do that?"
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was like,
and that was
"Ooh."
what we did after the Ouija board. Yeah, it was creepy.
I love that you thought the Ouija board was real.
Oh my god, they
Even as
still
a kid,
scare
I knew
me.
it wasn't real. It said on the box, "This is for entertainment purposes only," or something. I was like, "This isn't real."
I still see them in movies, and I'm
"Nuh-uh, it's
like
real." "No, it's not real. You're moving the thing. Everybody knows
I'm
you're
like,
moving the thing."
"Stay away from that shit." Yeah, no, I still hate them, but it's funny. And then, this probably killed so many brain cells, but we also would make each other pass out. Like, you would cross your arms, tell them to take a deep breath and hold it, and then you'd make them not take a breath. Or no, you have them exhale all the way and then, like, hold against their chest, and then as soon as they passed out, you'd let go, and then they'd start breathing again. It was the dumbest shit ever, but, like, a whole big friend group of ours used to do that. You're
I
quiet, you
don't
didn't do it.
because 'cause I'm like, "What in the hell is"
I know, see? This is what's wrong with me.
You know what'd be a really fun game? Let's make everybody pass out. That'd be fun, huh?
We did it! You know what? I want some listeners to write in because I cannot be the only one that did that shit.
No, I'm certain that if you guys were doing it, like, yeah, I remember do you remember standing in, like, doorways and pressing your hands against the in the doorway and just really
Climbing up it?
pressing it? No, just you would stand there and you would stretch your arms out and you would press your hands flat against the I don't wanna say the
Mm-mm.
arch, but it's the doorway frame. You'd press your hands flat against it really, really, like, hard, and then you'd step out of the doorway and you'd put your arms out your sides, and then it would float up.
No.
I remember doing that.
Does that still work? I gotta try it.
I haven't done it in probably 40 years. Now I'm gonna have to try it. We'll get done and we'll be like, "Oh, yeah, try that, see if that really works."
We're gonna go get some Captain Crunch with crunch berries, and
Do stupid shit,
I'm I'm
do
not
kid
passing out
do
again,
kid
though.
stuff.
Might go
No,
for
every
a
now and then.
run.
Every now and then I'm in the grocery store, I'm like, "Oh, I should get that bag of Honey Smacks or Sugar Smacks," or whatever the hell it is, like, those are so good.
Oh, not too long ago, I had Apple Jacks, they were pretty good.
And Alphabets. Do they still make Alphabets?
I
I mean,
swear to
see,
God,
I
if I
don't
see some Mr.
I
T cereal, I'm buying that shit.
this is the thing, I'm an old person, I go to the grocery store, I'm like, "Where's that Raisin Bran?"
I pity the fool.
I wanna go
God.
see if Alphabet still exists. I'm gonna Google it. I'm gonna do it right now because I gotta
You're
see
gonna
if this
order it
is
on Amazon?
no, I'm not gonna do that because 'cause I'll eat the entire damn box like an idiot. Okay, wait. No, it was Alphabet cereal. There we go. It was making a limited time comeback in fall of 2025.
Not so much, huh?
Yeah, I guess they don't make it anymore. I don't know why. What a great cereal. It's the Alphabet in cereal form. Why would you take that off the market?
'Cause it's educational and it makes
So
sense.
that's what I'm saying.
What about the soup with the alphabets in it? Do they still sell that?
I don't know what that is.
It was Campbell's soup, but it had, like, alphabet noodles so you could spell stuff.
I don't know. I guess I'll Google that now too.
You
Well,
didn't eat that?
I probably did. I just have to be a little reminded of it. That's all. Alphabet soup. What's coming up? Those?
I did eat
There it is.
SpaghettiOs.
Chicken alphabet soup. I think I did
Yes,
eat the chicken alphabet, and they do still make that under a line of it's under the line of healthy kids. I'm like, hey man, adults like soup too.
I might have to get some of that.
Adults like alphabet soup too. Yeah, Amazon has it. It's healthy kids chicken alphabet soup.
I remember I'd write words like boob or ass and be laughing.
That's what we do with the calculator. Remember we write boobs with the calculator.
Boobless, yeah.
I wrote boobs.
And then when I got a pager, I did that. I would page people with the boobless or asshole.
I just love how amused kids are. It's such a dumb thing. I wish as adults we could be that amused at stuff. Like just something that silly, and be like, I laugh at that for 20 solid minutes. But I feel like
We
that
need
was
to
the
bring
first thing
it
you did when you
back.
got a calculator was you wrote boob on it.
Yeah. Yep.
You're like, "Oh, man, I got a calculator. I'm gonna make it say boob." Look, I typed boob.
Turn it upside down, laugh,
Like,
point
we're
it to
like,
everybody.
we're so clever. Look, 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 it says boob.
I remember too with songs that just made me think, do you remember that song "Bust a Move"?
Yeah, that was Young MC. That was in the '90s. I was a full ass adult by then.
Uh, yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I was still pretty young. I remember I was in middle school when that came out, but I swore that that song said "Bust a boob," and I'm like, "Oh my god, that's so traumatic. Why would you bust a boob?"
Oh god, kids are so stupid.
I still am.
I gotta see when it came out. I thought it was '90s, but it might have been '80s. I'm usually pretty good at when shit comes out.
Not me.
Like, I'm usually good at when music comes out, but I
Remember
don't
I was in middle school though.
well, if you were in middle school, then I would have had to been in high school.
Yeah, for sure.
'Cause what are you, 6 years, 5 years younger than me? No, '89, so I was already out of high school. Yeah, I was 18. Alright, so I was close.
You were close.
Yeah. Busted boob.
Yep, yep. I still butcher songs like Beyoncé, she sang that hold on, I can't think of the real words now because I always say the wrong thing. Black Widow Baby? I swear she's singing Black Widow Baby. Every time I hear that song, I still am like, "She's
And now
singing
you
Black Widow Baby."
you can't unhear it 'cause that's what you always
No,
hear,
I
right?
wanna go hold a
Yeah.
cute little black baby because that's what she's singing. Alright, well, I guess it's time we should probably go through and listen to the songs for this week, or not listen
Alright.
to them, but you
We
tell
can't
me
listen
about
to
what they
'em.
are.
Yeah, we can't listen, but the top 10 songs for the week it was the week ending March 6th at 82. Number 10, "Leader of the Band" by Dan Fogelberg. He's making another appearance on our countdown list. I vaguely remember that song. I remember it, but it's his music was just so whiny. I just oh, even as a kid, I'm like, "God, that guy whines a lot." Number 9 is "Mirror, Mirror" by Diana Ross, which I am unfamiliar with, which is odd. I like a lot of her stuff, but I don't know that song. Number 8 is "I Can't Go For That." "No Can Do" by Daryl Hall and John Oates.
Do love that one.
Yeah, it's a good song. 7 is "Sweet Dreams" by Air Supply. I'm not familiar with that song.
What? That's, like, one
I'm
of the
sure if
best
I
songs
heard it no,
ever.
I'm sure if I heard it, I'd be like, "Oh, that's that song? Okay, I know it," but I've never the name of it is not ringing a bell.
I'm shocked
Um,
because I feel like I don't know any song and you know them all, so I'm shocked.
I'm fairly certain if I heard it on the radio and they said, "Oh, that's
Yeah,
Sweet
you
Dreams," I'd be
would.
like, "Oh, okay." Like, I'll probably Google it after this podcast, and I'll go listen to it, and I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I totally know the song." Number 6 is "That Girl" by Stevie Wonder. Number 5 is "Shake It Up" by The Cars. Everybody loves that song, that's a good song. Number 4 is "I Love Rock and Roll" by Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, which is a cover song, and not a lot of people know that, and she did it better, and then somebody else tried to cover it. I think Britney Spears actually covered it in a movie and just fucking ugh, just
I didn't
completely
see that,
destroyed
but I
this.
love Joan Jett.
I saw it on something real recently. I think it was a YouTube video where it was, like, cover songs of cover songs, and it was, like, the best cover song. It was, like, the best version versus the worst version. I was like, oh my god, that's a horrible version." But I can't remember who did the original I Love Rock and Roll, but that's an actual Joan Jett actually covered that and did an amazing job of it. She did a lot of covers. I mean, she's got the entire album called The Hit List, I think, and I think it's all covers. Number 3 is "Open Arms" by Journey. It originally presented to John Waite, and he declined to do it, calling it sentimental rubbish. Yeah, we'll
His
see how well that
loss.
worked out. And then he went on to do Missing You because he got the because he got the memo. But I love John Waite too, so I'm not dissing him. I like John Waite a lot. Number 2 is "We Got the Beat" by the Go-Go's, and number 1, the number 1 song for the week ending March 6th, 1982 is "Centerfold" by the J. Giles Band.
I don't know that
Yeah,
one.
yeah, you do. I know you do. I
I'm
know you know
Googling it.
that song. I know you know that
Alright.
song.
Alright, well, send me this list so we'll put it up on Facebook and,
Yep. Let me get that to you right now. Hold on. Hold on. Listen
at
to it
this
right
minute.
now. I'm doing it right now. If I don't do it now, I will totally forget. And I don't want to do that because we want to get it up on our socials. Please enjoy this musical interlude while I email. Yeah,
If I
I'm just
sing,
gonna
everybody'll unfollow.
I don't wanna listen anymore, that's terrible. I'm just gonna send it in response to the link you sent me earlier.
Perfect.
It's just easier.
Alright.
I'm being lazy. So there we go. That was our a typical Gen X summer. I realized we, kinda went off summer a little bit there at the end, but that's what we do. We go off the rails because we're idiots and we have short attention spans and we don't care. Um, so I hope that you've enjoyed that. I hope that, you got a lot of, "Oh, yeah, that was so cool. We did that." Hit us up on our socials. Let us know what you did. Let us know what kind of fun games you played or, what kind of summer fun you guys got into or summer trouble. If you led an aerobics class outside like Salty J here did, because every kid
Or
wants
if
to
you
do
made
that.
each other pass out so I'm not the
Yeah,
only
before
idiot
you
that did
ate each
that.
other. I don't know what the hell was going on in Florida, that's all I'm saying. And then tune into our next episode, which was also kinda summer funish as well, kinda Gen X summer. Our next episode is Carnival's Coke, Mirrors, and Chaos, and I think you'll know where we're going with that.
Oh, I can't wait for this one.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be a good time. So, we'll see you in our next episode. Catch us on our social medias.
Thanks for following, and listen or don't, we don't give a shit.
Yep, we're Gen X, we don't care. We don't care what you think.
Alright. Yep. Alright.
Alright.
Peace.
Bye, guys.